Dr. Liv with Live with New Insight, and thank you for joining me in another video. In today's video, I will explore key differences between thoughts and feelings and why it is essential to recognize the role they play in how we interpret behaviors. Just because you empathize with or understand why someone acts a certain way doesn't automatically make the behavior right or healthy. In this video, I discuss how to separate logical reasoning from emotional reasoning and why this distinction matters for accountability, personal growth, relationships, and decision making. People won't always listen, understand, agree with, or compromise with you. And you must learn and use emotional regulation to keep your emotions under control, not having an emotional breakdown or spazzing out. And yes, your feelings do matter, they are valid, and you have a right to express them. However, be mindful of how you express them. The how matters and is so important because it can make the key difference between making a smart decision or a foolish decision, between escalating or de-escalating situations. Secondly, always be mindful of how your feelings affect your thoughts and behaviors. Feelings are never wrong. People may not like, accept, agree with, or even validate your feelings, yet you are entitled to them, whether they be positive or negative. However, although feelings are never wrong, we must be mindful of how they affect our thoughts and behaviors, because thoughts and behaviors can be wrong. And therefore, as it relates to our thinking, be careful not to allow negative, faulty, irrational thinking or any thought traps to guide your decision making. And regarding behaviors, don't display actions that are inappropriate, impulsive, or destructive. This will require you to be mindful and intentional, take accountability, exercise self-control, and regulate your emotions, even if you have valid reasons for why you think, feel, and act the way you do. And the reasons may be understandable. That does not mean that the behaviors are right or excusable, and it is often difficult but necessary to make this distinction. For example, you're in a relationship with someone who is constantly getting caught in lies, cheating, someone who is selfish, toxic, and inconsistent. During an argument, you throw something at the person out of anger, or you hit them. Although your feelings are valid, and many individuals may understand your anger and hurt, it does not excuse physical aggression, damaging anyone's property, or physically hurting them in any way. Same example with the couple. You grow tired of the person, not returning your calls or texts, staying out late all night, and therefore you start getting closer to a coworker. The conversations start off fun and innocent, but then turn sexual. As things progress, you start texting, sending pictures, flirting at work, and are making plans to hook up. So the question is, are these actions justified? Are they right? Everyone is entitled to his or her opinion, and everyone has different morals or values that guide their view of right or wrong. However, the fact of the matter is that these actions are not right or appropriate, even though the person can list 1,000 reasons for their anger and aggression, such as being in a relationship with a toxic partner who is cheating. Those reasons are still not excuses, and the behaviors are not right. This is why I emphasize in my videos, don't lose yourself, and don't let toxic people or relationships change you for the worse, because they can and they will. No relationship is perfect, and people will have disagreements and conflict. However, arguing and fighting is not healthy, nor is being in a relationship characterized by lying, cheating, manipulation, control, or abuse. And if this has become a regular dynamic for you and your partner, regardless of the reason why or who is creating the problem, It is best to separate or end the relationship if you cannot fix the issues. And remember, you cannot fix the issues alone, nor can you fix another person. Everyone has choices, and two wrongs never make a right, even though it may feel good to your ego and emotions temporarily. If you're not careful, you can easily become a toxic person yourself. So know the key differences between thoughts and feelings and how they affect our behaviors and reasons and excuses. And always take accountability for your actions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.